Well, hello there. Today, I guess I should tell you who I am. I'm Nate, and I run Peach Domino Gifts, which, yeah, you should go check it out. I'll have all the links in the description box below. Today, I've been asked to make a folio tutorial, and I'm gonna make a couple different kinds, but we're gonna start off with this one. This kit, you probably can't see the whole thing. This paper is from a kit by Natty and Moon, and I'll put their shop in the in the description link below. But not this. I'm not gonna make this specific one, but it's gonna be this style. You see this right here? This is what the finished insides are going to look like. And I got to be kind of careful because my tripod takes up a lot of room, but we're going to work with it. So I've started by cutting out a separate kit that does the same thing, also by Natty and Moon. And we're going to start, after you've got it cut out, if you want to make a mini one, you can also, I'll show you how to make a mini one without a kit here in a minute too. But we're going to start with scoring the edges. See these lines right here? That's where you're going to score. And yes, print on the inside too. Doesn't have to be the same print, it can be any print you want, but you have to print on the inside too. And I'll show you how to score it without sorry for my head there. I'll show you how to score it without a scoring tool. Okay? Now, you see how that did? I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but it just makes an indent there, and then it makes it super easy to fold. Okay? Now, if you don't have a scoring tool of any sort, that's okay. Get you, that's gonna move different. There we go. Get you a ruler. Yes, I have an assortment of them. That one will be fine. And mine, see these? I got these from Mr. Mustache, I think is the name of the shop. I like these because they're engraved. See, can you hear that? They're engraved. This one is nice. I got this one from Walmart, and it is stainless steel. Always buy a stainless steel ruler. I'll tell you why, don't worry. But it's just written on, and eventually that's going to rub off. So, you buy a stainless steel ruler because you don't want aluminum. This one's probably aluminum, actually. I don't know. It might be. But you always buy a stainless steel ruler, and you do that because when you use a X-Acto knife or a razor blade or something on it, it'll shave it off if it's aluminum or plastic, and it won't be true anymore, and you don't want that. I wasn't as prepared for this as I thought, but that's okay. Get you a paintbrush. Like, see this one's got a sloped angular handle here. I can use that. You can use a ballpoint pen, anything. You can use one of these, the tips from the glue bottles. You just line your ruler up along that edge, and then you take it and you press. Don't press too hard. You don't want to cut. You just want to make kind of an incision. You see how that one kind of messed up right there, so probably don't use that, but you could probably use this and get just as good. But make sure you do it along the edge of this ruler. And then you take it. You see it didn't indent, but that's okay. It still folds just fine, because what you're doing on that is you're kind of depressing this top layer, and it makes it fold real simple. Okay, now that we have this folded though, we're going to look at our little diagram, and this is upside down, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. We're going to take our diagram, set it off to the side. You can see it still sitting over here in the corner a little bit. I had to mark my desk so I'd know where the camera was. So let me get that put in somewhere. And we're going to take this piece right here, which is this slanty piece, and we're going to get our glue. You could use glue tape, but for something so small, that takes up a lot of real estate, right? So I'm using my glue bottle. Shake it up, and then you come over here, and I'm going to turn this over so you can see a little better. See this part? This is going to be your top, this slanty piece, so you don't want to put the glue here. You put it along this line. Probably don't use as much as I'm using right this second, because that is a lot of glue, and that's usually why it squeezes out so much. There we go, that's a better bead. Right here along the bottom, and you can either leave this closed or open, or you can close it. And I don't know if you can hear the thunder, so we're going to get this over with, because my dogs are going to want some attention. But I'm going to close it because it's on the edge of the opening right here, and I don't want stuff falling out the edges. So we're going to, and notice how I stopped right here where this straight line stops, because I want all this available area. Like I said, it's a small project, and we want to make sure we don't take up too much space. Turn that back over, because I want to put this on the inside. And you can make either side the outside, but I like this on the outside. So you just take it. It looks dirty to me because of the pattern. And you line up the bottoms. See how I'm working with the bottom there? Don't worry about the top. Don't worry about the sides. Line up the bottom. Line up this corner. And then once you've got that corner, you take your bone folder if you have one. I do, but just in case you don't, you can take the handle of your scissors and just press that down. See what happens when you get too much glue and it colors the project. It's okay. It's a junk journal, right? If you wanted it to be a perfect journal, you wouldn't be making this. So you just do that on all your glued edges. Sorry for shaking you up. And then that's done. Now, notice over here on this side of the desk, you see how you've got this gray part, which is our background, or dark brown. It's our background. And then you've got two pockets right here. Okay? This is the big pocket, the one that goes on the bottom. See how they made that line up to where it looks perfect? I love that. And then this is the small pocket, and the small pocket will go on top of the big pocket. And again, you want them to be, if you're making this on your own or whatever, you want them to be two different colors, because that way they stand out a little better. Alright, so we're just going to do the same. We're going to take our glue, and we're going to run a thin bead. Maybe. There it goes. You could even, also to keep it from kind of coming out so far, run it a little further in. Not that far, but run it just a little bit further in with a small bead, and don't go all the way to the edges. You could. I'm not a fan of that method. That's why I go to the edge. But you just run your bead along the bottom and up the two sides. And you be careful picking it up so you don't get glue all over yourself. And this time we're going to line up this side. We're going to line up the whole side because you want it to look, see how the writing just comes right across? That's what you want. And you're going to take whatever you're using for a bone folder, your handle of your scissors, a ruler, a pin, your husband's head, I mean, whatever. And you're just gonna squash that on out, okay? And then you're gonna do your little pocket, same way you did the big pocket. Little bit of glue. See how the thin bead didn't come squashing out the side? Thin bead of glue. You could use a glue stick, but I wouldn't recommend it on pockets, because again, it takes up a lot of real estate. There are people who do it and do it well. I'm not one of those people. So, and then you just squash that down. Okay, now another trick when you do your folds, and I didn't do this, okay, so I'm going to do it now. When you do your folds and you first get them folded over, and especially after you've glued stuff in, you see how it does that? You take your fold. Sorry, I think I hear the rain. Anyway, you take your fold and you take your bone folder, your handle, your scissors, whatever you're using, and you just run it along there. See how much closer it sits? And that's not because of the glue. Just saying. But do that a couple times. Squash her all up. But you should be doing that when you first fold. And on a project like this, it might be easier to just do it afterwards, the scoring and all. See, don't use these. I did, and now look at what we've done. So I'm going to get off the camera and find some tape, some washi tape. No, not. It's right here in front of my face. Look, that kind of fits. We're going to take some of this washi tape that I have not opened yet, which is why I cannot find the end. Yes. And we're going to make this pretty-ish. Okay, so it doesn't match exactly. You know what? Would you just shush? Trying to tell me. Okay, we're going to take a strip of washi tape. And I want to come from this way because you see how it's this side that's raised up? I'm going to put it about halfway underneath. Maybe a little less because it's got to come around the corner there. Squash it down. Okay. And then I'm going to fold it back out this way. You'll see that it's not even. I don't care. That's okay. And we're going to go ahead and fold that again. Use our little bone folder. Or, you know, whatever. And trim up the edges. Now, we still have this edge right here and this edge right here. So we're going to come in with our scissors. And just follow the line and make sure that we've got it trimmed up pretty well. It does not have to be perfect, y'all. It doesn't. I know it feels like it does, but we don't have perfection in this hobby. We have ways to change our perspective. We don't have perfection and we don't have mistakes. We have ways to change our perspective. So, when it's open, you can definitely see a line. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. And there you have it. Let me put it this way because you have your little this little folio, mini one. Okay? And that's all there is to that. Now let me show you how to make a mini one without the use of a kit. Get you a sheet of paper, and this is 8.5 by 11 paper, but I can't do borderless, so it's probably closer to 8 by 10. Alright? Don't know. It's okay. We're going to just cut it down. I think I want to do it as 4 inches tall. Let's see what 4 inches tall looks like. Right there. That's not bad. We'll do 4 inches tall. Okay. So set that other off to the side. Now, we're going to keep the rest of this whole sheet, and we're going to make a folio. Now, what you want to do is you kind of want to fold it in thirds, but not exactly in thirds. I'll show you why. it's one thing when it's like that and it's perfectly situated. We're not doing perfect measurements today, okay? What we're doing today is the best we can. So take it like this and kind of make it a circle, right? And decide which side you want on the front. Do you want that on the front or do you want this? And I think I want this on the front. So this is going to be the longer. And you see how this side goes right up to that wannabe fold and this side does not? That's on purpose. So we're going to go ahead and squish that down. I think we're going to take this one in just a little because it didn't come out quite right, but that's okay. It almost never does. We're going to fold it. You'll notice I didn't use any kind of folding, any kind of scoring technique. You can do that too. And then we're going to burnish it. And then we're going to take this side. Why is, you know what? I don't even care. Doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to take this side and we're going to go right up to that edge, just like that. And burnish it. Okay, so now you have a folio. It's just that simple. You've made a folio, right? Now, I like for my edges on my folio to be rounded, so I'm going to do that. This is my fancy little wannabe fancy little corner rounder. Not that great, but it does the job. And then on the front here, I want to do, what do I want to do? Let's do it like a tag. What do you think? Like that? That's too small. What if we cut our edges? This is a gift card I bought. Well, I didn't buy it. They told me I could have it because this is what I was doing with it. Okay, so we're going to take, this is how you use one of these gift card corner finders too. Usually for tags, but this works too. We're going to line it up on the top and the side. Take our scissors and there's one. And then we're going to flip it over, line it up on the top and the side, hold it down tight. Can you tell I cut some washi tape? Come on now. Get off my finger. Hold it down and jump. That's kind of cute. What do you think? I like that. I don't care if you liked it. I liked it. Alright, so we're going to put some pockets in here. Let's put some pockets. Okay. Now, simple way to do pockets is to line a sheet of paper up to the bottom, figure out where you want your pocket to stop, and then jump. Is it perfect? Of course not. What did we say about perfection? That's right, we said we don't do it. We have no perfect in this hobby. Now, I've noticed that my line needs to be right about here. Again, no measurements, just eyeballs today. I guess it does matter, the measurements, because I cut this at 4 inches tall. Okay, so that's going to be our pocket. But we need a finger hole. Quiet you. So we're going to put our hole punch right there. See, we don't get it quite halfway. That's halfway. We get it just a little under halfway. That's not a very big finger hole. Quiet you. Let me find another hole punch. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I got another hole punch. You'll notice this one was probably 1/4 of an inch. So this one's 1 inch. And put it in, again, not halfway. That's better. So then we take our glue. Little bead here. Little bead here. And a little bead here. And don't let these be rigid to you. You don't have to do them exactly like I do. I didn't even ink or print on the inside. I'm just doing this to show you. Really. Now if you want to ink on the inside, by all means, like take your ink, your vintage photo, what have you. Don't look at mine, it looks bad. Get you some on your daubers and go to town. Make it look like a dirty mess. And yes, it is going to look like a dirty mess because this is the wrong dauber. I'm using the one I use for my black ink. Ignore that part. Ignore that thunder too. You want to really get it confusing? Haha. How's that for texture? And ink and whatever. And because of the way I did it, you won't be able to tell it's there till you open it. Ta-da! Now you might. Okay. Sorry. Sidetracked. Okay. Do we want to put more stuff in this? No, because y'all know how to do pockets now. You put as many as you want. But what you can do, if you'd like, this is a little tall, so we're going to grab our cutter. We're going to make this sheet of paper quarter inch. Yeah, quarter inch less than 4 inches. Okay. And then, I'm not going to measure, but it goes right below this line of text right here. So I'm going to cut it here. And then line that up. I'm going to line it up on the paper cutter because I don't like it being so crooked. There, what is going on here? I did do it crooked too. Okay. Now what size is this, since we're not measuring? This is 2 1/4. 2 1/8. 2 1/8. Okay, so let's do another one. 2 1/8. Let's do it this side because I know this one's straight. Okay. And you can build up as many of those as you want, right? Let's say you've got 5 of them here. Now you take these and you run a thick bead of glue. Watch this. You'll like this. Do not go all the way to the edges. There's a reason for that. Run a thick bead of glue here and put it inside your fold line, just like that. Okay, and then do the same to the rest of the sheets. Can you figure out what I'm doing here? Nope, not all the way at the top, Nate. Thick bead of glue, thicker than that, because you want it to really stick, right? Take your sheets, line them up on top of each other, just like that. Now, once they're dry, and mine are not dry, do not do this while they are wet. Take your ruler and put it about this far in. I don't know if you could see that. It's half my ruler width. Put it in like that. Take the fronts of your sheets, which, oh, they're not cut the same. You know what? I don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Take the front of your sheets, take your ruler, fold the whole thing over, and and then flip them back one page at a time. Okay, and now you've got a built-in notepad with tearaway sheets, right? They're not sticky notes. Do not use them like sticky notes, but they are tearaway sheets. Taught you something, huh? Okay, so we've got our little mini folder with our tearaway notepad in our one little pocket. Okay, now you can do a lot of things to it at this point. You can add some Velcro to make it kind of like a little pocket notebook. You can add a little piece of elastic and put a pin in it. Whatever you want to do. But we're just making basic stuff today. Now let's make something a little bigger, shall we? Y'all want a big folio? Let's do a medium-sized folio. Look at this sheet of paper. How pretty is that? Okay. So let's see. This time I'm gonna measure. I know, I said no measuring today. I lied. Get used to it. Okay. We're gonna line it up here. Right? And we are, you can't see it from where you're at, but I sure can. We're at 10 3/8. So let's make our folds every 3 inches. Does that give more to... No. No, that's not right. What we're gonna do... Okay, see, this is why I don't like measuring. 10 3/8. So we're gonna go 3 1/8 because I can. I hate this one because you can't see anything. 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/8. 1, 2, yeah. 3 1/8 is right there. Okay, and score it, and then 3 1/8 here. Now, I don't know if you can see, those don't look even to me by any stretch of the imagination. It's okay, don't care that much, right? We're going to fold this one in. We're going to use our bone folder. You can always trim it, so this is why I don't like measuring. I never get it right. So we're just going to go in and trim that piece off because I don't like it. And it made me mad. Be careful when you do that so that you don't cut your thing apart. Okay? Simple as that. There's your basic folio. It's literally just take a piece of paper and fold it into thirds. Doesn't matter. You can fold it like this. You see how when you do them even like that, you get this bulginess? And how when we do it like this, we don't get that bulginess. That's because we specifically folded this piece to be on the top. Now, if you were to do this and mark it and fold it, because this is upside down. So let's say I wanted to have this piece on the top now. Well, there's only one way to fix that. With some cutter. Take a strip of that third panel off so that now it doesn't quite meet that line, even though we still got that problem at the top. What is going on with this piece? I don't like that piece of paper anymore. I don't know what's the problem, but it's gone. We're gonna try this again. Okay. I'm gonna get the cutter, and we're gonna make sure this piece of paper is true. I'm not gonna call it square or rectangle or any other shape because it may turn out to be a diamond. I don't really care as long as it's true in all 4 directions. Okay. Yes, I lose some of my design. Nope, I don't really care because it will be true. And yes, all 4 sides get trimmed when you're doing that, even though you measured it all up to the top side. Okay? Now, no more measuring. Take this side, and you want it not to go as far as the 3rd side. See, you want this to be smaller than this. Does that make sense? Because you want to have a little clearance when you fold it back over. Okay, go ahead and fold that. I don't think I got it. Oh, okay. I got it wrong, so we got it this way. We're going to fold this up to there. And it's a pain in the butt. There's lots of calculations that go into making a folio perfect, which is why we don't do perfect. We fold this side over. We're upside down again, but that's okay. And then we fold this side over. Usually how that works. You didn't do it quite right. This could go over here a little bit, but it's okay. I like this. See? You got a little edge. You want to close it up. You get you some magnets. You can put some magnets on it. You can get you some Velcro and put some Velcro on it. You can get a ribbon. You can get a piece of washi tape. Does not matter. Or you can leave it open. I mean, it's your folio. Do what you want to with it. Now, what else can you do with a folio? Like, I have showed you how to make pockets, right? I've showed you how to make a little notebook to go in it. What about you could do slant pockets to where you take and you cut your paper to the width that you want, and then see, you can do slant pockets. You can do tip-ins. Do you know what a tip-in is? Let me show you. And I'm going to do it with washi tape because I'm not ready to stick this down. Turn over to the back side. Okay. Take your piece of paper that you want to go inside of your folio. This one. And I want this to be at the bottom. So we are going to use the washi tape to hold it down. And now it's tipping. If you don't want to do it with a washi tape and you want to do it with glue and a fold, we can do that. Get that off of there. You take your paper, fold it up. It doesn't have to be a large fold, just a little fold. And then you would put your glue right here. And then once you've got your glue on, take it and put it on just like this. And now you'd have it glued in back here, and again a tip in. You can't see that because it's off camera. Let me turn it around. A tip in. See? Want to do it sideways? Same process, but over here. Right? Those are tip ins. Goodness, so many things you could do. Having trouble thinking of them all. But I'm gonna leave you with this for now. If you have any more questions, let me know. But yeah, we've covered the basics of how to make a folio on your own. Please do something with the inside. I don't think anybody likes it being stark white. Maybe they do. I don't know. Okay, we've covered the basics of how to make it on your own. We've covered how to make some pockets, simply. And you can get as fancy as you want with these pockets. We've covered a little notepad, tearaway notepad, which by the way is not fully dry, but yeah, just take it like this and don't do that. Hold the bottom sheet down. There you go. Hold the bottom sheet down and yank. Now we know what we're doing. First time I've ever done this, by the way. I've never seen anybody else do it. I'm sure they have. There's nothing new in the crafting world. We've covered how to put together these kits, how to score, how to use a corner angler card. I really just don't know what else. If I think of more, I'll make another video. So, yeah. Enjoy.